Actually, let me play some MAVI, man. Let's intro this right, bro. It's been long awaited. Metro Boomin dropping tonight, Yeet dropping tonight, all these people dropping tonight, and I gotta give y'all this MAVI reaction though. I have to.
Lost count of the days leaving me bound for my brother. Speak past the sight for the day, receiving the crown for my mother. Speaking out of speaking, sound like grief in front of town hall. Proud, loud, lost ass nigga, afraid to sound off. Now you gotta hit standing still, but I'm still standing still with my fist. I'm a real manic, still will manage, rocking ships, setting low standards in the thrones of banishing my fears. When they had to change up my posture, death was at the door, but it was from
my own knocking.
Met him at the posters, finna jump with no conscience. Looking in the mirror, make the spit
The flow nauseous. Was at the end of all the ender rope caught me. This is MAVI. I will never get over that line. I will never get over the line. I was about to end it all. The ender rope caught me. I'll never get over that line. Perfect way to end that song. Welcome back, man. I'm here with another one. As you can see, things look a little different in the background. Not a little, but a lot. I know. All right. Long story short, my last setup where I was doing all those videos at was not my house. We were staying with some family because the place that we really stayed at was water damaged. There was this crazy thing that was going on. I was home alone one day. Ceiling was falling down on me, bro. I felt like a fever dream. I'll probably tell that story sometime later down the line of how it happened. But basically, we're back in the house now. I gotta do something to judge up the background, though. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll put a green screen. Maybe I'll just put like a vinyl collection back there. I don't know. I need something because this is kind of feeling like prison, creepy, like hostage vibes. Like this is literally hostage lighting right here. This is literally hostage lighting in background. But the camera's way clearer in this setting than the other setting. You gotta at least give me that. Yeah, this looks like I'm like reading off of a script that's like a terrorist organization is holding up right like behind the camera. It's kind of creepy. So if you've seen me before but you haven't, please like, please comment, please subscribe. Appreciate everybody for subscribing and for liking and commenting and all that, for showing love. I really appreciate it. Today, you already know what's going on. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Third installment of my MAVI reactions. I'm finally catching up. I'm finally doing Shadowbox. Highly anticipated, highly asked for. And I wanted to do it at the right time when I finally like had the clarity to really dive into his lyrics, because sometimes, you know, you're just not in the right mindset to listen to certain artists. MAVI's one of those ones where you want to listen to him when you know you're ready, because he has a lot of personal writing and it can hit. For some people it may not hit, but for me it hit crazy. Are we gonna make fun of the shirt today, or are we going to dab me up for having true ball knowledge? If you know, you know. You know what I mean? This is like true ball knowledge, dog. Like this is one of those shows you could watch annually. It's that good. I don't give a damn. From when you was a kid all the way to adulthood, this is one of those shows. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this. This is MAVI Shadowbox. So many of y'all wanted me to listen to this, and I'm very, very excited. I'm also nervous because MAVI be having some emotional writing. All right, here we go. MAVI Shadowbox. The first song is called 20,000 Leagues. I did tell me this is a different MAVI that we're getting on this album, but it's still quality. So let's hear it. Slightly somber piano already.
I will always answer when you call. I will guide us dancing in the fog. I will hold my hands up when you fall. I will be a chance for you to soften. I won't let you drown. I won't let you sink. I won't let you down. I'ma let you speak. You can undress, or you can just weep. You can make plans, or you could just leave.
I love how beautiful this instrumentation is already. Very intimate sounding.
I'm really just a piece. I made you out of home. I placed you out of reach. And long before the birth of earth or even sea, I what you were worth. Before you grew the pig, a flower I would hold inside my shaking hands. So I already know, don't have to take a chance. Sight unseen, embrace unfelt. For you to just be,
Embrace unfold.
save me from myself. I will always answer when you call. I will guide us dancing in the fog. I will hold my hands up when you fall. I will get a chance for you to soften. I won't let you drown. I won't let you sink. I won't let you down. I'ma let you speak. You can undress, or you can just weep. You can make plans, or you can just leave. I will always answer.
Alright, this is a very intimate sounding song. This kind of sounds like how the album cover looks. It starts off with I will always answer when you call, and he just goes down these lines very, very, like, it's just line after line. It sounds super monotonous after a while, to be honest. But when he says I won't let you down, I'm gonna let you speak, you can undress or you can just weep, it kind of feels like the relationship you might have with like a significant other, where it's like you can let your guard down, you can be vulnerable, you can undress. Of course, that can mean sexually, of course, as well when we're talking about undressing, but it's also like nakedness is like a sign of vulnerability. Like you could be vulnerable with me. And then another side of being vulnerable of that's not undressing, that's not like in the physical, is in the mental, which is you weeping. Weeping is a physical thing, but of course it doesn't showcase a physical vulnerability more than like your mental vulnerability, like you're going through something. And I feel like those lines are really powerful because it feels like how you would be with like your girl or somebody. Like you should be friends first with your significant other, and that's how you would probably approach that. Like you could undress or you could just weep. When things are dark, I'll guide us dancing in the fog. I'll be the pillar for you to lean on, you know? Call, I'll always answer. I'll always be here for you. Sounds like a very supportive thing. Why is it called 20,000 Leagues? No clue either. But yeah, it's just the intro. Usually with the intros, I just let the song play and I just try to get my footing with it because you know, all albums are different. That was just a nice little beginning one. I don't know what he's talking about for real, but that's what it sounded like to me. Let's go to the next song. Very somber sounding. Open Waters featuring Malaya. She was a feature on a different song from him, I think, too.
Still waters run deep, pill grounded, psilocybin on the beach. Just trying to cleanse my mind of what I seen, I need a baptism. Yeah, still waters run deep, pill grounded, psilocybin on the beach. Just trying to cleanse my mind of what I seen, I need a baptism. Really, I ain't been that different. Burn marijuana when I'm reaching for my past feelings. Echoing back here, and you just like the last nigga. Stomping the gas pedal, well aware the path bearing.
Wait, no, that's not a vocal, that's a guitar. Oh, whoa, that's beautiful. Hold on, let me run that back a little.
Yeah, still waters run deep. Pill grinded, psilocybin on the beach. Just trying to cleanse my mind of what I seen, I need a baptism. Really, I ain't been that different. Burn marijuana when I'm
that part I thought was a vocal.
Echoing back here, and you just like the last nigga. Stomping the gas pedal, well aware the path bearing. I don't think failure scare me as much as my talent. While filling up my capillaries with lag and molasses. My love break the back of what I wrap up in my lasso. I did my cupping and my blood is coming back off. They won't budge, I fell in love with my little shackles. Dwelling in the shallows. Still waters run deep. Pill grounded, psilocybin.
I fell in love with my shackles, dwelling in the shadows. My love break the back of what I wrap up in my lasso. I dip my cup in my blood. It's coming back gold. Ooh. I don't think failure scare me as much as my talent. Ooh. Going back here, you just like that burnt marijuana when I'm reaching for my past. Now Now, my favorite line actually is this one: just trying to cleanse my mind of what I've seen. I need a baptism. It's between that one and the talent one, because I like the double with that. But this sounds like it's a more confident project so far, because it's in the first song, he seems like he's the one that's able to be leaned on now. Like he was talking about how he needed to lean on this substance or this woman, this girl, and laughing so hard it hurts, and let the sun talk, you know. But in this one, he's talking about how his talent is more scarier than his failures. Like I dipped the cup in my blood and now it's coming out gold. Like it feels like more, you know, triumphant in some of these lines so far. So maybe this is like he's reached like a certain point where he's like just, you know, feeling more comfortable with himself so far. But I don't know. I like what I'm hearing though. This one is really nice sonically.
It's coming back, oh, but they won't budge. I fell in love with my little shadows, dwelling in the shallows, sun rising in the east.
That's another thing. Fell in love with my shackles, fell in love with my shadows. Learning to love the darker parts of you, learning to understand what's been keeping you in mental bondage and loving those parts of you still, because it's all you. Self-love isn't just loving the good parts about you, it's also loving the bad parts about you as well, and realizing that it's not necessarily something that makes you bad, it's just something that's a part of you that you've learned to like learn, accept, and work with, you know.
I know you got me by my feet. Know they'll probably preach about the company I keep. If you the one to kill me, but the last one left to leave, and that's just how it be. I need you. Broken, bruised, found myself in a rush
Ooh.
to clean my soul, wash my truth through a sinner's lips. Kiss goodbye and try to give myself away.
I like what I'm hearing.
But scared is only half a temptation. Yeah. God forbid a nick betwixt my ribs. I don't know how to fix my houses when my bed is and my skeletons and traumas live. For my kin, I'll be a pillar for a paw to lift. I know I never call enough, I promise it was all for them. Far from home, dissolving gills before I crawled, I hopped, I swim. Trying to find how far I get, it's nausea when I cross the limit. I just want it all to empty, I just want to ball into the darkness of the smallness in me. Like when we was always children, they want that old MAVI back, and I just want it old MAVI back. Stealing glimpses through a post or through glass.
Ooh. They want that old MAVI back. I just want old MAVI back. Beautiful play on the syllable "oh." Beautiful play on it, because it's like they want, you know, when you reach a certain level of stardom and they want, you know, they want the things that blew you up before you really blew up, and you want yourself from before that point, you know. Like when you think about it, you and the fan low-key want the same thing. They want old MAVI, he wants old MAVI. But you must saw old MAVI that's even older than your old MAVI is MAVI before he became MAVI, when he was just old MAVI, when he was just a regular old person. And I know that's a very simple concept, but to word it in that way and make it rhyme in that way is really, really cool to me. I really like that. That's a nice line.
Than just a soul and clothes on it. How I stopped from nose diving. I ain't have no role models, Jack. Lost the most in this whole skyward act. A knowing nod serving as apology I owe to my dad. I be sorry too often, I argue too often. It's me, only sorry so often, cause I was too charming to leave. And how I stopped from nose diving. I ain't have no role models, Jack. Lost the most in this whole skyward act. A knowing nod serving as apology I owe to my dad. I be sorry too often, I argue too often. It's me, only sorry so often, cause I was too charming to leave. Flawed belief, I carve relief in stone when it's gone from me. And it won't be as lonely washing in the sea. I'm only leaving bones, all that I received. I dig a deeper hole.
Creating art out of suffering is a haunting, if not a futile endeavor. Deep down, we must know we can't be saved by colors on a canvas or words on a page. We must know we are chasing a sun that will never set, yet we are unable to stop. We write and we sing and we draw, and every momentary reprieve from the gaping maw of despair we attribute to our creativity. The truth is, art can't save the world. Art can only make the world look at itself. With that being said, let's talk about MAVI.
Wow. Beautiful outro. Like to the song. That was great. So maybe that's what this is about to be about. I love that. I love the spacey production. It sounds like we're in like a dark. It sounds like we're in a shadow with them. I'm not gonna lie. The production sounds like a dark backdrop, and it also feels like we're kind of in this like we're in like the like we're behind the moon, damn near. Like in those, those pictures people have been posting lately. Y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking about because I don't know if y'all have the same type of social media as me. But lately, people have been posting just pictures of Silver Surfer in space, and they've been making it like a meme of it. Like you're just standing amongst the darkness with little stars around you. Those little high points in the beat kind of sound like the way stars will look. So it kind of feels like we're like spaced out with him in a way. And within the spaced out like atmosphere, he's just rattling off these thoughts that's been ruminating while he's been like, healing and using the art to heal or whatever, right? And then that outro talking point saying that basically art cannot save you, which people might have like, gripes with if you think of it in a different way than I think it's intended. It's not something that will literally, it won't take you out the darkness. You won't be saved by colors, you won't be saved by the words that you write, but it does help you look at it, helps you contextualize it. Like, oh, this creating art out of suffering is haunting. It's haunting and it's futile because it will not save you. And what has a lot of his content matter been about these past two albums before this one? It's been a lot about the suffering that he's been going through, mentally and even environment wise, depending on what points of life he's talking about. And then to say, we must know we are chasing a sun that will never set, yet we are unable to stop. That's a beautiful way of wording it. The truth is, art can't save the world. Art can only make the world look at itself. I love that. I love it. Let's continue. I feel like that's going to be the theme of this album. But yeah, let's continue, man. I did. What is more self-congratulatory than saying I did? Like, I did it. Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. And also, this production also reminds me of the Vince Staples album. The Vince Staples album is subtitled. They sound very reminiscent of like Sundown Town. Law of Averages. If you heard the album, you know what I'm talking about. But let me continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I wasn't gonna sip that shit no more, but I did. I said I wasn't gonna call your phone no more, but I did. I ran up enough comments on my bros to assist. All the lighting wasn't frightened, I ain't know if I would live. But I did. Excitement for this life declining slow the more I see it. And the time my pride was shiny, things are closed. And the women, heaven knows I was warm before I dove. I ain't listen. Anxiety just widening my holes in cognition. I'm fighting sleep, I'm guided by the roar of my engine. So I'm dialing ill advised being alone in my condition. You declining fighting trauma of your own, so I get it. I said I wasn't politic no more, I'm buying pistols. Was invited in my life, I didn't man grow up around killing. I said I wasn't fall in love no more, trying Tristan. It ain't nullified the impact, could've ended on my ticket. You said this time was final, prying boards off your window. I got tired trying to find me, I'm on tour by a ticket. I act like I was fine with time, I'm sure something missing. Probably sprinting with my kite, it wasn't lifting, sky was windless. I said I wasn't gonna call your phone no more, but I did. You said you wasn't biding time no more, and you meant it. Was mindless thinking I could keep you warm with the fringes. Hit the limits of intention, drifting, picking up some spirits. I said I wasn't gonna sip that shit no more, but I did. I said I wasn't gonna call your phone no more, but I did. I ran up enough comments on my bros to assist. All the lighting wasn't frightened, I ain't know if I would live. But I did. I told you I was gonna break your heart, and then I did.
Ooh, I like this one. It's short, sweet, to the point. This last line kind of summed up how I'm feeling about this album. Saw the light and wasn't frightened. I didn't know if I would live, but I did. Ooh. You can see that in two ways, but both ways kind of have the same result. You know, when you hear the thing, oh, I saw the light. You know, all the TV shows when someone's dying, run away from the light. Don't run to the light. You know, uh, when you see the light, you know, you're dying, you're going to heaven or whatever. He could be saying, bro, I was about to die. I saw the light and I wasn't even frightened. Because a lot of them, a lot of the people that are in that situation, they walk towards the light. At least that's how people depict it. So there's that, right? But there's also, I've been in this dark space for a long time. I've been in a dark hole for a long time. I saw the light and wasn't frightened because I'm seeing the end of the, you know, they said there's always light at the end of the tunnel, always light at the end of the road or whatever. I finally saw the light, finally started seeing hope, and I wasn't frightened. I didn't know if I was gonna live, but I did. I saw the light. It's two different ways, you know, of seeing the light, but they both have the same result, one way or the other. You're told to run away from the light, but sometimes you're also told to run towards the light. It depends on, you know, depends on your situation. It depends on your position when it comes to how alive you are in a way. I said I was gonna call your phone no more, but I did, like saying, I know I said I was gonna leave you alone, I was gonna stop bothering you. You know when you have like enough pull in somebody's life, even when y'all are done. You know when you call them, they gonna answer. If it's not right now, it's gonna be soon. Like he knows he had that pull over and he was saying he wasn't gonna abuse that, but he ended up abusing it. And she ended up being like, yo, I'm not just gonna sit on my hands no more waiting for you. Let's go to the next one. I fuck what I did.
Yeah.
This one is simply titled, I'm So Tired. I understand.
Today my grandmother turned 80, and I'm on 3 Percocets, I ain't even 8 yet. Flipping through the chicken, fingertips get stained red.
That's a crazy transition to go from my grandma just turned 80 to I just 3 Percocets and I haven't 8. That's crazy.
Just try to make peace. I'm rolling with this 30 like lurking with Davies. The AMG swerving, I was worthless on these same streets. I made it out, I ain't too worried if they claim me. Mainly if we ain't co-parent this pain, prefer you hate me. The only certainty luring me in the Hades lately. Persephone flirt with me. I was 7 first, heard her sing since then heaven to blur to me. Every step exits hurting me, turn to blessing and courtesy. I ate off this fork in the road, made a little morsel of crow, flamed up a torch with the coals, snake through the ports of my soul. Ain't chasing ninth wonder or colon.
I ate with this fork in the road. When you're at a tough spot and you had to make a tough decision. And I love when rappers do that. You know who does good with that? Chance the Rapper. When like I don't know if it's called a homonym or a homophone, I forget. But when you're able to use that word and turn it to another word, but it kind of like, I ate this fork in the road. I made bread off of that one crazy decision I had to make. Oh. Then he kept going with the rhyme scheme after. Oh.
Made a little morsel of crow, flamed up a torch with the coals, snake through the ports of my soul. Ain't chasing ninth wonder or colon, safe in the soil I cultivated. Unfortunate growth, memento mori. I know 'cause I drowned the stork in this gold, baptized my sin in the diamond. Grandma giggling, my dreams or my temples rewinded. Mutant with distros is buying, stupid for business. I'm fine with it. I'm a nigga, no eluding the skin that I'm bonded with. I'm not a human, not deluded. I stick to my side of fist. With whichever moon I choose to go scuba these tightest with. Wash me off. Wash me off. So I can make another song without a crater or a scar. Wash me off. Wash me off. It's way too late to wait for dawn. I chart my placement off the stars. Wash me off.
Great. This might be my favorite one. So far, this album don't even feel like an album the way those other ones did. Because the other ones felt like it had a little bit more rhythmic intention to it. This one feels more like he's just giving us poems, honestly. With like cosmic sounding backgrounds to it to like depict the feeling that he's having on the inside, you know what I mean? It's like how I mentioned with the intro, like he's just saying the lines in a monotonous way, but it's not in a bad way when I say that. It really just feels like declarations. It doesn't feel like he's really rapping. It just feels like really poetry, you know, just him declaring things about his life. And this is like a great example of it. My favorite line here is this one: "The AMG swerving, I was worthless on these same streets." That must be a surreal feeling to go back to the streets you used to roam, walk around with not a dollar to your name, to be something completely different now. And an AMG at that. I made it out. I ain't too worried if they claim me. I made it out these streets. So I don't care if they claim me or not. Like that's such a funny mindset that we got, especially as black people. Like, do I be around the hood enough? Do I give back enough? Am I there enough for them to like still, you know, be a part of my identity? But at a certain point, sometimes you just don't care. Sometimes you get to that point where it's like, I made it out. It don't really matter if they claim me or not. You know, so that's interesting. But yeah, this was very good. This is my favorite one so far. Baptized my sin in a diamond. Grandma giggled in my dreams. Rub my temples, rewinding. I don't know how he thinks of the ways that he's saying these things, honestly. But yeah, that one is good too. That baptized my sin in a diamond. That makes me feel like he like not washes sins away, but he used the sins that are a part of his life, polished it and with his writing and creative, you know, nature, and it made it a shiny thing that he's been trading in for money, basically. And then when he was saying all this stuff about wash me off so I can make another song without a crater or a scar, it's really funny how he says that, because it reminds me of his first album. I'm pretty sure it's the first album, with the Sun Talk. There's a line he had on one of the songs where he says, uh, something to the sort of, "One day I hope that my songs could be more than just a place for me to hide my secrets." And I remember talking about it in my first reaction, saying how beautiful the line that is about, basically like how liberating it must feel to be able to make music that's not always associated with the pain you feel, because it definitely can be a great outlet for that part. But I feel like he was saying that one day he hopes to be able to let his best artistic endeavors flourish without it always being about the most somberest, darkest parts of his mind and heart. And I feel like that's what he's kind of getting to with this project. I think that's why people are saying that this is different. It definitely is different. It's very different rhythmically. Production wise is different, but I think the most different thing about it is probably the lyrical intention and what he's trying to depict so far. I love it though. And also it goes with the title, "I'm So Tired." He could be tired of being in that just in that dark mindset. And ironically enough, this being the darkest cover art and it being called Shadowbox, that might be him just embracing all of that stuff, all of that murkiness. It sounds weird, but I feel like if you've been through it, you can understand it. Cause I completely understand that feeling. All right, let's go to the next song. This is really nice.
To get his chip without folding his hand. On the fort, I'm copping fish and grits with a pole in my pants. Potent pissy, it was me and Mitchie, a four in a prayer. I make women miss me, niggas hit me, don't know who my friend. Halfway across the river, I'm still stitching up holes in my plan. Coping with addiction, my conditioning corporate again. I'll get back every penny just to chill on the north with the fam. This shit getting older, limits little bit bolder and sand. I hear goodbye before your tongue rise. As near as I can hear the sunrise. It's clearest when the fun's dry. I never could just do it right in one try. And so I jumped the fence to heaven to another life. Breaking in her, I was taking pills while mom was making dinner. I think my big guardian angel was my babysitter. I let my shadow lead the way and I got taken with him. Trying to walk toward the life of separation. It's just me and you.
There he goes talking about that light again. Talking about that shadow. He followed the shadow. I wonder where he's going with this.
While I forgot to breathe, you grew. If I just try to see and shoot, we both gon' die. It's just me and you. While I forgot to breathe, you grew. If I just try to see and shoot, we both gon' die. But I won't lie, it's just me And you, well, I forgot to breathe. You grew if I just try to see. And shoot, we both gon' die.
I wonder if he's talking to his shadow in this. It's just me and you. Well, I forgot to breathe, you grew. And I forgot to take everything in. Well, I forgot to, you know, basically exist while going through what I'm going through. My shadow grew, like the darkest parts of my psyche were just getting bigger and bigger while me, you know, the real me was internally shrinking. I wonder if he's talking about a shadow. I think he's talking about it, but we both gonna die, but I want light. When you die, your shadow does die with you. And I think he's saying, I want light. You are a shadow, you can't want light. Once the light hits you, you're not gonna be here no more. Maybe I'ma die when I'm supposed to, but you're gonna die to me getting to this light. That dark side of me is just, it's not gonna be as big and abundant, you know. This song being called Tether is fire to me because of if you know the movie, then you know what I'm about to talk about, of the movie Us. And if you don't know Us, look it up, watch it, by Jordan Peele. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, the premise, basically people have evil doppelgangers that arise from underground. And these evil doppelgangers, their souls are connected to the people that live above ground, and they call it being tethered. So for him to title it Tether while also talking about this dark side, like how his shadow is growing while he's shrinking, and he wants to see the light. That's what they wanted in Us. In a way, like these underground folks, they want the light. They want the regular life, you know. I do think he's paying a nod to that. I do think that was inspired by Us by Jordan Peele. Y'all let me know. But yeah, I think I talked about this song enough. I just really enjoy the sentiment of it more than anything. Sonically, it's not my favorite, if I'm being honest. I don't really get much from the beat or anything like that, or like the rhythm that he was doing with the slight melody in it. Not really for me, but I do thoroughly enjoy the sentiment. So let's go to the next track.
Yeah.
The sky is quiet.
Yeah. I done made hearts bleed, scars seen cars screech off, dark star seesaws, creek rock, keep frosty, breathing in my fingers, beatboxing. When sleep across the street, my feet just keep walking. The green I need cross with just seem to breed lawless. The yeast I needed for my preconceived solace. The mayor and
the yeast I needed for my preconceived solace. Holy, that's some writing, dog. That's some real writing right there. I'm pretty sure he's just saying the bread I just got is from the pain I endured, my preconceived pain, or what I thought was pain, or whatever. I turned that into bread, basically. Again, I said that in his first album review. He talks a lot about turning his pain and his art and trading them for money. He talks about it a lot, but I love the way he words it. It's always super poetic, and it always just makes sense. Nigga, read my knee cross would just seem to be lawless. The yeast I needed for my preconceived solace. Whew.
The maker and the baker man shaking hands. They pay to see a baby of enslavement do the label dance. I stir a slurry to my words, slur and make amends. The earth hurts, and so the church, the first language in me was burnt early. First surgery made me take a hit. The dirt working on me, hatred made me blaze a semi. God is able, gracious to me, so I thank him timid. Hanging in the trap daily, taking fake prescriptions. The spin doctor spin a property on glitter rocks and drip. Just for jitter over caution for potential robbery. Just a cycle that I push the pedals to as yet untitled. Skies reveal the message to me, but it's illegible. I share a bed with her and hit the naked truth. Obsessions fed my belly package, lever swoop. The scale impeccable.
I share a bed with her and hit the naked truth. Obsessions fed my belly peckish. Peckish means hungry if you didn't know. A lot of Jamaicans be saying that. I don't know what he's talking about in this one, I'm not gonna lie. I like this beat in this title. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about in most of this, not gonna lie. But I do enjoy the sonics of it. Nah, I don't know what he's talking about. But I like it sonically though. Can't even cap to you. I don't know what was going on. Can't even cap.
Yeah. Oh, I'm back, baby. Fuck me, nigga talking about.
Latch.
Yeah.
time my pupils quarter-sized, I'm lifted. I need endorphins high, if only for the night I'm injured. I set my course out like for the source, cure my symptoms. Just got my sword and spine, the mission sort of line up with them. I tried destroying mine to cleanse the boredom out my system. I see that borderline of luring corpses out my sickness. I metamorphosized and made a course about my trenches. I let the Lord decide if I would go or not, and he sent me. I showed my mortal side and she was mortified, I went still. I closed the door, sometimes still go to war behind my sister. My head absorbing, now I try ignoring signs that I'm litty. Lay dormant, poor disguise, this shit made your now it's my city. For touring, I hit Brody with a quarter pound, he a 50. Even when a nigga scoring, I'm assisting. 6 deep, 140 rounds that I send me. Niggas know it come with noise around my city. Niggas can't talk about points without my mention. Just another point, my poison by addiction. When I defeat one, another 3 come around grinning. Got my feet up and my feet up to contentment. Smell weed, smoke around, cheapest sound of my wisdom. Got my reach long and out, redrawing my limits. Cause I reopen out, squeezing all of my limits. Blood I leak on the ground, creeping up in my
This beat is so nice.
Was my one way to patch the dead, ain't have nothing to back the checks. I make love and I latch my chest. We stay hungry, dodging the feds. Was humble before they could teach me. I starved my ego instead, uncovered by my regrets. I stumbled into success, but really I kicked in the door.
I love this. I starved my ego instead, unencumbered by my regrets. Never heard of the word unencumbered a day in my life. This nigga in his vocabulary is he's off the charts with this shit, because he be throwing a bunch of words I don't know. Like he said poignant earlier. I never heard that word before. But using context clues, he's not weighed down, he's not engulfed in his regrets after starving his ego. Few people have had ego deaths. I know what that shit feels like. When you're just so content, when you can just be after, realize you are nothing, but you're also everything to your extent because of your perspective. Man. And then he said I stumbled into success, but really I kicked in the door. I didn't mean to get this successful, but I was definitely working my ass off. I respect that.
But the hinges was all cement. I'm squaring up at the score, wasn't sure this is what I meant. To spin into another limb. Yeah, was my one way to patch the dead. Ain't have nothing to back the checks. I make love and I latch my chest. Yeah, it's crazy.
Latch had the brightest sounding production so far, and it was one of my most enjoyed beats so far. I like it. I like the rhythm to it. I like the song overall, just as a song, even without the context of the album, without the concept or whatever. I really just enjoyed it as a song. Just another poignant mind poisoned by addiction. I'm gonna look it up. And I'm someone who knows words, man. Evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. Oh, damn, bro. That actually makes sense now. A sad mind poisoned by addiction, but he did it because of the word play, the way they play off of each other is nice. Okay, I get it. I defeat one another, 3 come around grinning. Damn. I defeat one addiction, 3 more come around. And it's funny how addictions work, because sometimes you try to cope with one addiction by basically developing a new one. And then, 3 more might just occur depending on how bad the first one was. It's weird. It's weird. It feels like the law of equivalent exchange. If you've seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, to all my anime watchers, I'm showing a lot of my true colors right now. If you know that anime, you know how the law of equivalent exchange is, you can't get anything without giving something of equal value. And that's kind of how it feels in real life sometimes, especially with stuff like addictions. Sometimes it feels like, damn, if I'm not doing this, I gotta be doing something else to give me that same feeling that this gave me. But then at the end of the day, that's gonna afflict you in another negative way too. It's like, fuck, where do you go? I stumbled into success, but really I kicked in the door. My Achilles tore off my leg. Sounds like he kicked in the door to success, but he had to sacrifice something from it. But is he sacrificing something that made him weaker, maybe? Because my Achilles could be his literal Achilles, which you definitely need. But it kind of sounds like his Achilles heel, because it's a capitalized A, as if it's the actual story of Achilles, the one whose weakness was in his heel. So I don't know, maybe he's saying he sacrificed the things that made him weaker to make that success. and now he's backtracking to when he was pure and didn't have nowhere to rest. And I told her to make sure she was for. I never seen her again. Came knocking just like before. Again, more door referencing, but the hinges was all cement, so she was closed off. The door was closed off. And the song is called Latch. You know, door latches. I don't know what's going on with the door business on this, but I'm enjoying the song for the sonics and for the lines in it. And then at the end saying, I look in the mirror and I was just MAVI. Remember when he said he misses being old MAVI? I think he's saying there's old MAVI and there's MAVI. He was old MAVI. He finally he put his music out. He worked hard, and then he became MAVI. One day he looked in the mirror, looked at himself, and realized that I'm a whole new kind of thing right now. You know, I'll be making these short ass albums be so long with my reactions. I feel like I'm Dante. If you don't know, I'm Dante. He's a streamer. He be making his like he'll react to like a 15-minute video. You go to his YouTube to get a clip of that segment. That reaction is literally going to be like an hour and a half long sometimes off of 15 or 20 minutes. And I'm doing the same shit, but it's on accident, I swear. All right, this one is called Grindstone.
Brandon! He just left again? Come here.
Who Brandon?
I'm the best rapper ever. Listen to this. Yeah, I claim I'm quitting. It's been too many tomorrows, too many withdrawals. My jury worth the car note. I still ain't got a car though. A conscious nigga sorrow. Too smart to have to borrow. The partial paper ball thrown. Get rid of it and start over. What's written in the stars become the emptiness to draw on. My scribble in a barcode. My innocence get all sold. My inner wisdom also. Pretending that my guard grown. I still feel pretty small though. My siblings in my heart home. I'm living missing calls though. I split it so a heart cold. She lift me by a long rope and pick it like guitar notes. I'm sticking, but it's all load. I'm sticking to the motto. I'm switching through some mottos. They lick me through a blindfold. The mirror show a side only my sister and my mom know. A 15 split with sideshow. A swigger at Pasado. I'm chipper than a lawnmower. I'm tripping.
He said I'm chipper than a lawnmower. I just thought that was funny.
It isn't in the cars though. I'm finna let that thought go. A pill to fantasize on. A wrist for pressing pause on. I'm spinning with the wash load. A penance, then I'm not cold. A glimpse of granny grinning in my kitchen, then it's all gone. Lifted trying to enter in her digits, this the wrong phone. Pin to this pittance without anyone to call on. I wish I hit the lotto. Pretend I'm friends with God through all my wins he equalize on. Swimming in the eyes, nobody fitting my sign soul. Just looking to these eyes, yellow by liquor and my crotch choke. Switching through the time zones and living on the grindstone. Bitch ass nigga. I wish I hit the lotto. Pretend I'm friends with God through all my wins he equalize on. Living on the grindstone. Yeah, alright, let me hear that.
Quite enjoyable. Grindstone, living on the grindstone. I'm thinking really just living for your purpose. I'm on a grindstone, I'm grinding. That's all I'm doing is grinding. That's really all I could say about this one. The piano on it is pretty nice though. It has a very like pretty kind of sound to it, like a soft sound to it. Pretend I'm friends with God though, all my wins he equalize on. Don't know what that means. What does it mean to equalize on a win? I don't know what that means. A glimpse of Granny grinning in my kitchen, and he loves his alliteration. And he's really good with it. A glimpse of Granny grinning in my kitchen, then it's all gone. That's about it. This was cool. It was cool. Nothing crazy. I like Grindstone though.
About like that inner
Drown
child.
the snake.
Like with that inner child, bro.
I think this is an interlude, so I'm gonna let it play to the next.
Grew up with that nigga, bro. Like I used to see shadows in my room all the time when I was a kid, bro. Like, I was ADHD. My mom used to think it was the meds. The meds they took me off of, but I was still seeing the same shadows. And it was like I was still like had them same dreams, everything else. You used to have dreams about the world and then everything else. Like, but that child, it grow up, and that demon do too. It get bigger, and it's like you gotta learn how to kill that motherfucker, bro. You can't let that just keep haunting your life. So and you say like you know too much now. Like you can't be like, oh yeah, I know too much. Like you gotta be like, bro. So
nah, that's dark, bro. But that's real. That's what I was thinking that this is about. Shadowbox. He's boxing the shadow. He's fighting that motherfucker. Is this a depiction of his shadow self? Cause that motherfucker looks scary. He creepy as hell. But that's really interesting dynamic. That's an interesting duality to the inner child trope we all talked about. Like we all know about all we all have that inner child. There's a there's a demon that's growing up just as big as that inner child. That's fucking crazy. So you gotta kill that motherfucker. You said I was ADHD. My mom used to think it was the meds. I used to see shadows in my room all the time. That's so creepy. And I feel like that's not uncommon because I used to see shit like that too when I was little. I feel like I still get little moments of seeing stuff like that too. Very little moments. I don't even want to talk about stuff like this right now because it's late right now. It's 12 a.m. and I'm down here in this little dark ass area. But I remember when I was like maybe 5, maybe I was like 4 or 5, and I was trying to run in my mom's room because I hated sleeping in my room alone. There was this one time I still remember vividly to this day where I'm banging on the door, banging, 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 banging. And down this long hallway, because the room's all the way at the end of the hallway where we used to live, all the way at the it's like the edge of the steps, and at the end of the hallway is my mom's room, and I was seeing like this dark shadow rising from it, and it was late at night too. It was later than now. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 a.m. It was like late, and it started to turn red a little bit. I swear, I remember it so vividly. And I know it's probably just my fear taking over my brain as a little kid, but like I was seeing, I swear, to this day I remember it vividly because it creeped me the fuck out. And that part of me, I could tell has been growing with the other part of me as well. Because when I got to college, I started feeling and seeing stuff like that to like a higher extent than you would think somebody would see and feel stuff like that at that age. That shit's real. I get it. Drown the snake. Drown the snake. Killing the demon. Killing the shadow. Shadowbox. It's all making sense to me.
Like you say, like you know too much now. Like
So how you kill him?
be like, oh yeah, I know too much. Like you gotta be like, bro.
So how you kill him?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this sample. Okay. This is gonna be my favorite one. This sonically.
They looking through me, you don't see me. I thought I made it out to sea, but I was dreaming. Ursa Major was the ladle, come and scoop me. My heart was banging out the cage, they caught us speeding. We hit the babies in the framing of the hoopty. I was hugged and I was cuddled, I was smuggled across the puddle, thought my destiny was struggle. God had impressed on me the message, scribbled sluggish. I tried my best, repeated yells is all I mustered. Perform surgery on myself with just a cudgel. I'm more certain about my death than my construction. I pull smoke till I'm out of breath to try to function. The God and Son for my little brother, my combustion. I'm a robot for the media. Show bones off from the preening. I've been roped off when you see me now. Choked off from the scenery. Post-op is just prolonging my lease again. My phone off, won't hold regard for reaches in. I drink till I can't feel it. At least I think, cause I can't remember shit. Oh. I drink till I can't feel it. At least I think, cause I can't remember shit. Oh. I drink till I can't feel it. At least I think, cause I can't remember shit. Oh. I drink till I can't feel it. Oh. At least I think, cause I can't remember. Oh my God, my Lord and Savior. I know that I'm blessed, I am touched. But all of my pain in this cup, swear I'm done feeling. Oh my God, my Lord and Savior. I know that I'm blessed, I am touched. But all of this pain in my cup, swear I'm done feeling. Oh my God, oh my God.
That was ridiculous, man. Certain samples, like I talk about samples all the time. I love samples, right? I talk about it all the time. But only few samples hit me in that way where I feel it in my spirit in the context of the project. Because to just hear that interlude about the whatever friend he was talking to, seeing the shadows as a kid or whatever, concept of that inner shadow growing with you as your inner child grows with you. And then MAVI saying, so how do you kill it, bro? How like, and then the next song being something called Drunk Prayer. And then for it to sound like that, like those strings are so like, they're like haunting, but in a hopeful way, kind of, because it's like, it feels like your ancestors are guiding you out of this hellhole. It reminds me like it reminds me of some shit that would emotionally charge me in like a movie like Get Out, you know, another Jordan Peele reference, which is crazy. But like when he's the opening shot of Get Out where it's just the camera running like going through the woods and you're hearing this tribal music. I could picture a scene of him trying to escape those crazy ass white folks through like maybe like a river or something, or looking up to a northern star, something of that sort, trying to get out, trying to escape this dark, dangerous place, and hearing that sample in the background as a scene like that plays out. Like I could imagine, I could picture it because that's how it sounds. It sounds like a guiding voice trying to motivate you and not like fall into the shadow that they fell into. Cause that vocal sounds like haunted, low key. It was just ooh. And then for it to say, I could see you shining. Oh, it gives me chills, bro. And then the way he's rapping on it is great too. They looking through me, they don't see me. I was hugged, I was cuddled, I was smuggled across the puddle to my destiny was struggle. Try my best, repeated yells was all that I can muster. From the surgery on myself with just a cudgel. What the fuck is a cudgel, bro? You just be saying these words and shit, bro. What is a cudgel? A short, thick stick used as a weapon. That reminds me of us, bro, because the tools that they was performing stuff on, like when the doppelganger, spoiler alert, when she described how it was giving birth and things like that, and like how they just had these rigid, hard tools for stuff like that, how difficult it was to eat because they all just had to like him saying he did surgery on himself with the cudgel. I feel like I'm hearing the perspective of the shadow right now. I was hugged, I was cuddled, but I was smuggled. I can't accurately depict the lyrics right now. All I could tell you is the feeling that it evoked for me. That was beautiful. That might be my favorite MAVI song. Like, it's definitely in my top 5 for sure out of all the ones I've heard. Ooh, this one's The Giver.
Yeah. She loves me not. I'll find you in another's eyes. The promise of another life. Cool, but what's on the other side? With whom you gonna trudge the aisle? Open arms if wasn't mine. For whom you gonna become a bride? The moon I flung among the skies. Who view you as another guy? I surely love to meet him if this church should come in other sizes. Otherwise, I much prefer surprise and news your lover died. I struck that line, but it just crept erupting from inside. I want you to be happy. How you happy with another guy? What's wrapped in me? Is he just as fine as rattling? Not gonna lie. Is that enough to cut a tie? Don't mean to blow you up this time of night. Can't scrub you from my mind. I'm tripping, dragging, and fashion up some replies. Just make it make sense to me. Yeah. Am I so much of a stain to you? Mistaked you, you can't erase history. Yeah. Everything I ever gave to you, he gaining from you. Making plays, benching me.
Everything I gave to you, he's gaining from. Oh boy. Y'all niggas felt that.
Crazy making you wait on me. I'm late, but I ain't think you take shit from me. Yeah. All the ways I made you hate me, I could change it, baby. Make it make sense.
would love if Thames was on this. And I know that's kind of like, oh, I Thames. This is not an Afro beat kind of thing. This is her voice just feels like something that would fit on here. I think if she were to do that, make it make sense in her voice, like at the end of it, I think that would do wonders. Bobby's definitely a jealous ex type. He talks about being one all the time. And I get it. I can't knock his game too much. He don't go about things the way I personally would. But then again, he has a very different perspective and position than me. I loved how like vulnerable and honest he is on it, rattling off these very, very like almost insecure ass thoughts, and it's these moments of where he feels so regretful of how much he fumbled because you was trying to make her wait, and now you sitting here in pain, and I get it, dog. But yeah, I like the Gipper. Sonically was nice. Sonically was very nice. Too much Tizel. He flexing on me already. Okay.
I'm back in my boogie, I'm out of the cleanest.
I like the drums on here. Real crisp.
Yeah, I'm back in my boogie, I'm out of the cleanest. She tell me I'm me when I get in my jam.
Gotta be Monte Booker.
That I tuck in the beam, cause she see that I am what I am. She the one who told me don't get blamed by a fan. To a dog creme that look creme off of scams. Everything click for we slid in the AM. We backed up that nigga, he play with my fam. Smooth on the rest, cause I stand on respect.
Okay.
Step in my section, I'm standing on next. Still on my square, understand why she left, but it's all circumstantial. Don't have no regrets, it's a matter of time. Got a mind to remind her, but mind don't matter. A lasting impression was the last thing I had in possession. I liked where I slept, and she snatching up everything. Called by my dad, we was bagging up Mary Jane. Snatching grabs out of that chain. I'm a lover and not much a fighter, but I made my right hand the one for my wedding ring. Built as a ladder, a staff and a septic claim. We was stashing the treasure. Same day I crashed, I was mad by my schedule. Can't make a scratch or a crack in my resume. Trekking Howard as a freshman, selling lessons on finesse and shit. Just aiming where my debt had risen. Made their debt look effortless. I sank fear in the depths again. Ain't hear all the jealous whispers. To change gears was my best decision. I think fearless my definition, but it's too much to tell. Checking the mail is too much to zeal. Till they get touched, niggas tough as hell. They wasn't in love with my other self. Took all I could muster to mutter help. I turned how they stung me to something else. Only told guns for my brother health. Don't know what I'd become if he wasn't there. But it's too much to tell. Checking
Only told guns for my brother's health.
Touch niggas tough as hell.
Love this one. That's another one of my favorites. Love this line. It took all I could muster just to mutter help. I felt that. I know what he means. Takes everything, all my willpower, just to whisper out the word help, just to give you an inkling of an impression that I really would like you to help me. Like, I'm really crying for help, but I can't even get out a full yell. Love that. He talks about Howard again in my last reaction. One of my album reactions to him, I told you how I also went to the same college as bro. Only told guns for my brother, so I've only got this blicky just cause of my boy right here. I don't know what I would become if he wasn't there. That's a big part of life that I've been learning as I got older, is that the people, like, we all know this, the term, you're the company you keep, but you also become what they become as well. Or you become something else when you don't have the people that are reminding you of who you are. Not necessarily literally, they're not telling you literally who you are, but your interactions with them and your energy and knowing someone that's truly there from when you were something different than what you are now, outwardly to everyone else, but internally they're going to interact with that same internal you, not the external you that's changed to everyone else's view. They're going to interact with the real version of you that stayed the same to the core, you know. And you will evolve, but you're gonna evolve at least with the pretense and precursor of from who you genuinely were beforehand, not the altered warped version of who you're becoming from people that don't know the internal you that you were before, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to evolve and progress, and the most genuine way to do it is stemming from your original genuine self, not the warped versions. So I really enjoy that line too. It was just a clean beat, man. The way the drums would roll, the cadence and the flow that he caught on here with the hook. I enjoyed the hook so much. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. It's It's one of my favorites. Let's go to the next track, man. Too Much to Zell is fire. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Testimony.
Man, it's an honor, it's an honor, and it's a privilege. Yeah.
I like this already, this horn.
Fucked up as a child, I took my daddy hydros, ain't looking granny Bible. But I got high and tried to write it with my eyes closed, overdose trying to micro. Jugging off the clock and off the books and off the tightrope. Delicate balance, family wincing, unconvinced it's the best I can manage. I submit that there's no vet that says steps that I'm dancing. I'm unsettled but chancing. I think death was my last kiss, I'm a helpless romantic. But I got wishes. Wish my granddad was here, I'd tell him that I did it. Wish that things were easier for me and my sister. Wish that things were simpler between me and my brothers. I wish for peaceful sleep in the dreams of my mother. I wish the threat of loss ain't come with all my luster. And with my final wish, I'm wishing for another. Or like 3 more, until I slumber with my brothers on the seafloor. I'm a living dream. Yeah. Why I sound like I'm complaining, saying it ain't what it seems. Yeah, like I prayed for all this paper, wasn't thinking what it mean. Yeah, through all my days I just be grateful I don't look like what I seen. Until I slumber with my brothers on the seafloor, I'm a living dream. Yeah, like why it sound like I'm complaining, saying it ain't what it seems.
This sound like an outro.
Like what it mean.
Ooh, the wind chimes.
So much people and contribute something to the world that's all my family ever wanted for me.
Is that an organ?
Life is shorter than the imagination. And I'm just glad I get to walk in all their paces. It's a blessing.
Life is definitely shorter than imagination. Holy shit. Never heard of that one. Another one of my favorites. I love that horn in the background. I don't know if that's a saxophone maybe, or if it's I don't know what that shit is. But it sounds really, really beautiful. And then I think there's an organ along with it too, because it has a churchy kind of sound. He just sounds really grateful on here, and I really, really do appreciate a rapper sounding grateful, and not like just like performative gratefulness where it's like, oh, I just want to thank God and my mom, and then that's it. No, it's like, it sounds like he's genuinely like, man, it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, but it's like I didn't expect none of this to happen, and his tone of voice is really giving me that appreciative vibe as well. I think this is really, really beautiful. Just contextually with everything I've heard from him, to get to a point like a song like Testimony, I don't look like what I've seen. You know how powerful of a line it is? I'm just grateful that I don't look like what I've seen. Because some people wear that on their face. They have no choice a lot of the time. A lot of the time, the traumas that people have endured just have a way of rubbing off into their whole persona. And a lot of the time, it's not intentional. It's not something they can help. It's just a matter of how you move in life after living in that stage for so long and having it afflict you that deeply. And some people are able to just shrug that shit off, and you would never know that they've been through what they've been through. So my mom always tells me, you got to be kind to everybody, because you don't know what nobody been through, and you don't know who you'll see again. Let's get it. Let's end off this album, man. My own way.
Betrayal make me afraid to use my heart, but it's the only tool I got. Confuse the rubble for the top, abuse the only rule I got. My record skipping like a rock, depression snipping at the plot. Alleged missions I would ride, I rest my winners with my God. You made me hate myself and then I paid you for it. No mom ain't think I break her heart, but I'm her baby boy. Can't say if I made the favor, God, or just his favorite toy. The day has come to pay is something that I just can't afford to go my own way. A pocket full of the poems I won't say. You got my soul on the loner for the day. With no rebuttal, you know I'm gon' pray. I gotta go my own way. A pocket full of the poems I won't say. You got my soul on the loner for the day.
That vocal being sampled in it, feeling like there's like a break in it, adds to this so much. It's a very small detail, but it adds such a nice layer to it. It's beautiful.
You know I'm gon' pray. If I gotta mumble, I'll do it. Gotta stumble, I'll do it. Gotta tunnel to you, I'ma rupture crust with my tooth. When nobody humble me, you did with turn to dust while I'm muted. You rust and crumbled our blueprint before construction approved. I'm seeing red and feeling blue to green behind the fence. I haven't Reverend Beggar make some
nice
room for
color
me, a
play.
tiny blip. The grandest scheme of universe, no rules to run, assign the bench. Common sense to compensate, a compass with no time and space to go my own way. A pocket full of the poems I won't say.
I don't know who this hook is reminding me of. I don't, like, it's like I want to say Yay a little bit. It's like I also kind of want to say Chance a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just giving me a Chicago vibe, but I really like the hook melody he's using right now. It just feels really like, kind of sounds innocent in a way.
I'm alone for the day. But no butter, you know I'm gon' pray. You know I'm gon' pray. You know I'm gon' pray.
With the guitar too, something's giving me Kanye about this. I don't know why. I really enjoyed that outro. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I think outros is the second most important part of the project. Sometimes it's the most important. How you close it off means a lot. And this was not that much going on, but it was a perfect way. It was just a perfect way to end it, in my opinion. I love the way it sounded and felt. I gotta go my own way. A pocket full of the poems I won't say. You got my soul on a loner for the day with nobody, you know I'm gonna pray. Something about him saying a pocket full of poems I won't say kind of makes me feel like it kind of plays into him killing that shadow. Because I think, like I've been saying before, it sounds like like the song I'm Tired, it sounds like he's tired of making that the whole focal point of all of his art. It sounds like, you know, he's finally living in a prayer. You know, sometimes there's this sermon and also like quotes from the sermon where it's like, give thanks to God at all times. I don't know if you're religious or not, if you're watching, but give thanks because you are walking in prayers that you prayed a long time ago that you forgot you prayed for, you know? And I think that this is like a moment for him where he's like, that one line I talked about earlier where he said, hopefully I want one day for my raps or my art not to just be a place I hide my secrets. I feel like he's finally saying, you know what, to kill this shadow, I'm writing this stuff down. I got a pocket full of poems, I got a pocket full of this dark stuff that I keep, you know, gravitating to within my art and within my own psyche. But I got a pocket full of them, but I won't say them. My pocket full of poems I won't say. You know, I'm trying to change it up. I'm trying to finally, you know, live out a whole different, more evolved truth, you know. My record skipping like a rock, depression snipping at the plot. Alleged missions I would rest my winnings with my God. You made me hate myself and then I paid you for it. No, mom ain't think I break her heart, but I'm her baby boy. Can't say if I'm made the favorite God or just his favorite toy. It sounds like he was really having some troubles with his spirituality, you know, with the Lord and Father himself, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. Trust me, I understand. I really think he's been struggling and he's been praying to just lean on something more than his art, because it feels like God just been toying with him maybe, and like, you know, I can't tell if I'm chosen or if I've been given this great pain and angst because I have a mission, a purpose that required me to go through it in order to fulfill that purpose. Or maybe, you know, sometimes you get to the point, sometimes the darkness consumes you to a point where you feel like all the struggle and pain is for nothing. There's no end goal, and I'm just here struggling for no reason. But shit, you gotta go my own way. Beautiful outro, lovely outro. Hey man, I finally reacted to it. It's kind of surreal. I've been kind of dreading ending this saga because it was very fun. It was very fun, very emotional, very different, very new. Because I haven't listened to MAVI before this channel, and this is the ending of it. So Shadowbox is beautiful, man. I really do think he's like reached so much growth within his, not just his artistry, but within himself, like as a person, like within his psyche. And that's what like your art should be showing, right? Like I'm not trying to like tell an artist how his work, what makes someone's work more valuable than someone else's, but in my opinion, if your art is showcasing your growth throughout the years, that is a really good thing. That's a very productive output. And not only are you productive as an artist, but as a person working on yourself to that extent and learning what is working for you, what's not working for you, what you like, and what you don't like about what you're doing, it's beautiful. I think he reached a breaking point where he was just like, I said this before, I want my art to be more than just my secrets. And he uplifted himself sometimes. There also are dark moments too, though, because there's always going to be dark moments. So it's real to always have it in your art, but for him to just straight up be like, man, I gotta go my own way. I gotta realize there's more to myself than just that. I got a shadow box. I gotta kill that demon. It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. Just not just this album alone. I'm glad I didn't start off with this album because it wouldn't have hit. That's why I'm glad I trusted myself, because I did see the Shadowbox thing get recommended before I even like dove deeply into the catalog. So I'm glad I started from point A and got to here. This was great, because Let the Sun Talk felt more about him dealing with this inner, like, I don't know, this inner turmoil maybe from the past and all that. And then Laugh So Hard, you're crying. I feel like it's dealing with the duality of his success and what the success means in context of what his life has been. And then this one feels like him trying to gain a new perspective on how he should be viewing really, really life, really his present, and what it means for his artistry in the future. I feel like he's trying to unravel the shackles of being the tortured artist, the tortured poet. That was a great album. I know I did a lot of yapping in between. It's only 33 minutes. I probably turned this shit into like an hour thing. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna just tell you my favorites. So my favorites, Open Waters. I loved what Malaya did, because I do remember there was some singing on there that I enjoyed. I liked I Did. I'm pretty sure I liked I'm So Tired a lot. Tether, I'm pretty sure is one of my favorites. Latch, one of my favorites for sure. Drunk Prayer. Oh my gosh, Drunk Prayer does something to me on a spiritual level that I cannot explain. Drunk Prayer does something, man. That's my all-time favorite out of this list. It might be my favorite out of his whole discography. Drunk Prayer is crazy. All right. I Like to Give Her Last, one of my favorites too. Too Much is another one of my favorites. He was really rapping and flowing on there. Damn, that last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 song stretch. Those are all some of my favorites out of his whole everything. Drown the Snake to My Own Way, 6. That last stretch is amazing. That's a great stretch. That's to me the best part of the album. And that's damn near half of the album. And the other half isn't bad either. It's just really good. But that last part, the anchor to it. That's crazy. That concept of your inner child growing, but that shadow grows along with you being a big part of this is so deep. That's something I'm gonna have to really ponder upon. I'm gonna have to write about that. Just do a little journaling to process that feeling, that concept. Whatever point you are within this journey of me reacting to MAVI, I just gotta say thank you. I just gotta say thank you. This was great. But yeah, if you made it this far, comment your favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And if you've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, then comment I've never seen a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so that everyone else in the comment section can tell you to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. My favorite character is a tie between Zuko and Iroh. They're damn near, they have the same, like, come on, you can't leave one without the other, but Zuko is really the best character. The evolution was amazing. Thank you so much for watching. This was a great album. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Air with me on all platforms. Y'all have a blessed day. Drink your water. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up. Love your family. All that good stuff. And thank you so much for the support lately. We are about to be at like 340 subscribers. Thank you. Let's keep it going, man. Y'all are great. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one again. Peace.